हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू द फिजिक्स क्रॉनिकल्स। लास्ट क्लास में हमने 8 क्वेश्चंस किए थे जो कि एसएसबी 2021 एग्जाम में पूछा गया था। एंड इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व सम मोर क्वेश्चंस। ओके, सो विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम लेट्स स्टार्ट। सो नाइन्थ क्वेश्चन इज 3 vectors were given and he is asking that which one of the sentences are correct, is or are correct. And he is asking to find out which one of these represent magnetic field. You know that magnetic field must satisfy Maxwell's condition. Which one is divergence of magnetic field must be equal to 0. This is Maxwell's second law, second equation, isn't it? So we have to find out the divergence of each vector and see if the value gives you 0 or not. If it is giving 0, then that particular vector represents magnetic field. So let's take the first vector. And another thing, let me tell you, I am just explaining some important things to you. Let's say we have a vector A. We can write it down as ax component I cap plus a y component j cap plus a z component k cap. If you want to find out the divergence of this particular vector, then we will write it down as divergence of A will be equal to dou ax by dou x plus dou ay by dou y plus dou az by dou z. This is the generalized formula of divergence of a vector. Now let's apply this formula to each of the vectors. Let's take first A. So divergence of A will give you dou x by dou x, that will be 1, and minus of dou y by dou y, that will be minus 1, and plus dou z by dou z, that will be 1. So this will give you 1. So A is not a magnetic field. Now for B vector, if you check, then you will get divergence of B will be equal to, there is x, so differentiation of x with respect to x will be 1, differentiation of y with respect to y will be 1 again, and differentiation of this 2z with respect to z will give you 2, and there is a negative sign, so minus 2. This will give you 0. So B vector is a magnetic field vector. And for C vector, we can check also divergence of C. You can write it down as differentiation of x with respect to x is 1, differentiation of y with respect to y is 1, but there is a negative sign, so minus 1, and here this is constant, so az here is 1, and the differentiation of constant with respect to a variable is 0 plus 0. This also gives you 0. This is also magnetic field. So the answer will be the sentence which states that B and C vector represent magnetic field. That will be the correct option. Let me just write it down here. Yeah. So these two are magnetic field. In short, I am writing MF. Okay. Right. So let's take next question, 10th question. So the 10th question was the first derivative d by dx. This is very important question. Okay. So just be careful. First differentiation of Legendre polynomial, but when x is equal to 1. How to find it? So in short, we can write it down as first order differentiation of p and x. So we can write it down p n prime x is equal to 1. He is asking this value, right? How to find this? Let's take Legendre equation, Legendre differential equation. If you remember, then the equation is 1 minus x square d square y by dx square minus 2x dy by dx plus n into n plus 1 y is equal to 0. This is Legendre differential equation. Now you know, after finding out the solution, you get a Legendre polynomial. So Legendre polynomial satisfies this differential equation. So we can put y is equal to p and x, because this p and x Legendre polynomial is the solution of this Legendre differential equation. We can put y is equal to p and x. Now let's put that 1 minus x square, second order differentiation of Legendre polynomial. This will give you Pn double dash x minus 2x Pn first order differentiation with respect to x plus n into n plus 1 into Pn of x is equal to 0. Okay, as you can see, he is asking for Pn prime of x when x is equal to 1. Now in this equation, let's put x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. If we put x is equal to 1, then here this value will be 1 minus 1, then this will vanish. So this term will give you 0. And this term will give you minus 2 into 1, since we are taking x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1, so minus 2 Pn prime 1. Let me just write down x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 plus n into n plus 1 Pn x is equal to 1. This will be equal to 0. Right. Now let's take this is minus and this is plus. Let's take into RHS. So finally you will get 2 Pn prime x is equal to 1 is equal to n into n plus 1 Pn of 1. If you remember, this value is equal to 1. This will give you 1. Now I can write down Pn prime x is equal to 1 is equal to 1 by 2 n into n plus 1. This is the answer. Okay, this is equal to this one, first derivative of Legendre polynomial. So my advice is, whenever there is questions related to Legendre polynomial or a Hermite polynomial or Bessel function, try to remember the differential equation, and you can use this differential equation to find out this kind of questions. Right? So let's go to the 11th question. The questions I am taking today is quite lengthy, quite calculative. I am also explaining the things to you, so the video might be quite long. Okay, just be patient and watch till the end. Yeah. So the next question is 11th one. Lagrangian was given L is equal to q dot square by 8 minus q square by 16. This was the Lagrangian. He is asking for the Hamiltonian. We have to find out the Hamiltonian from this Lagrangian. You know the formula to convert Hamiltonian from Lagrangian is summation over n qn dot Pn minus L, where Qn is the generalized coordinate and n is the number of generalized coordinates, and P is the generalized momentum corresponding to that coordinate. But we have only one generalized coordinate here, that is Q. Now let's find out the value of momentum corresponding to that generalized coordinate. You know, this is dou L by dou Q dot. If you differentiate Lagrangian with respect to Q dot, you will get 2 into Q dot by 8, and this will give you 0. So finally you will get Q dot divided by 4. And if you write Q dot in terms of P, then Q dot is equal to 4P. Remember this one, because we have to convert Q dot into P. Now write down the Hamiltonian. We can write down H is equal to Q dot into P minus L, and Q dot you know 4P, So this will give you 4p square minus L is q dot square by 8 and q dot is 4p. So 4p whole square, that will give you 16p square divided by 8 minus minus plus here, and this is q square by 16. 8 16, this will give you 2. 4p square minus 2p square, this will give you 2p square plus q square by 16. This is the Hamiltonian. So the option with this was value, this was Hamiltonian, is the correct option. This was quite simple, but you must do these calculations, right? You have to apply the correct formula, you will get the answer easily. Now next question was is asking for the Laplace transformation of f of t, which is equal to sine hyperbolic function. Sine hyperbolic function, this one. You know how to find out the Laplace transformation. We can write it down. L of f of t is equal to integral over 0 to infinite f of t e to the power minus st dt. Right? Now just put this ft here. You will get Laplace transformation of sine hyperbolic bt, and you know sine hyperbolic bt is equal to 0 to infinite e to the power bt minus e to the power minus bt divided by 2 into e to the power minus st dt. Now open this bracket. First term will give you minus of s minus b, half taken common. First term will be e to the power minus taken common. So this will give you s minus b into t minus e to the power minus s plus b into t so here dt and here also dt, right? And you know limit is from 0 to infinite, and if you do this integration, then it will be e to the power minus s minus b into t divided by minus of s minus b, right? And if you put the limits, then e to the power minus infinite will be 0 and e to the power 0 will be 1. So this will give you have to do some calculations here. Just integrate and put the limits. This will give you 1 by s minus b. Meanwhile, this will give you minus of 1 by s plus b, right? And you have to do some calculations here. This will give you 1 by 2 and take LCM. This will give you s minus b into s plus b. This will be s square minus b square, and in the numerator s plus b minus s minus of minus b, that is plus b. So s gets cancelled and you will get 2b divided by 2 into s square minus b square. 2 gets cancelled and b divided by s square minus b square. This is the answer. Okay, so 4 questions are done. So that's it for this video, and in the next video we will see some more problems and so try to solve those questions. See you in the next video. Bye bye.